The Suns are now 2-1 in their first 3 games. We all know they've got a tough front-loaded schedule. Being in this position, pretty nice, not going to lie. Lakers coming up on Tuesday. Ryan Dunn will get another chance to guard LeBron James a little bit after doing, in my opinion, Sundo, a fantastic job against Luka Doncic. Luka got his, he always does, but the moments where Ryan Dunn was guarding him, pretty impressive. I'm here to pay homage. You were right. It was Ryan Dunn all along, not Tyler Kolek. Once again, no shade at him. But what Ryan has done through 3 games, proving that he deserves to be on the court, I've said it before, I think he's 3 years ahead of time. And I want to point out, these threes that he is hitting are not little chip shots, wide open, like what Okogie couldn't hit. These are on the move sometimes. These are deep sometimes. I'm at a loss for words.
Averaging 11 minutes a game, Gabe. 5.5 points a game. 2.5 rebounds a game. 1 assist a game. Shooting 43% from 3, Gabe. And it's like you mentioned, these aren't just wide open shots. Some of these are moving. Some of these are contested. Some of these are deep on the wing and in the corner. There is a good variation of threes that he's taking. And it's just good to see him getting a good, healthy dose of minutes and producing in those minutes, especially as a rookie. It is very beautiful to see. And he's already starting to get comparisons to Mikal Bridges. I'm not willing to go that far, but I can understand why people will go that far. It's really hard to not go there. You know, our beloved Mikal Bridges, as we saw him develop similar to what Ryan Dunn is. I'm just really happy with what he's doing. I can't say that anymore, bro. Like this last game, he played 21 minutes. Like, as you mentioned, had to guard Luka for the majority of his time on the court. Did a good job. There was a lot of times where Luka was trying to get away from him, and you could see he was visibly trying to get away from him, and he just stuck to him. Anytime Luka needed to hit a shot against Ryan Dunn, it had to come from a double pick or some sort of gadget play that way. He didn't dribble past Dunn, didn't step back on him, anything like that. So just seeing him guard Luka in that way was impressive. As I mentioned, he played 21 minutes, shot 62% from the field today, 50% from 3, 13 points. Just an absolute monster in today's game. And if this continues, I know he won't get Rookie of the Year because there are plenty of other ones, but has to be in consideration. I absolutely love this pick. It might be considered a steal of this draft, if I'm being honest.
You've got kids and I don't, so I have to ask, is this what it's like having a son make you proud? Because I am gleaming over here.
It just feels good to be right. You know, and like, just because me and you went over some rookies, we were looking over our draft position and we kept going over the Tyler Kolek. If Missy was going to drop to us, we were going over that. We were just going over every sort of point guard because we kept thinking point guard. It's got to be point guard. It's got to be point guard this year in the draft. And then we stumbled upon this guy, and I even told you, I was like, Gabe, I think this is the one. Like, you can see the potential. The defense was what you wanted. The athleticism is what you wanted. We both looked at his shot, and we were like, man, his shooting form is not bad. It's not broken. It doesn't look terrible. He just has to get these reps in. And we drafted him. He told us in the interview, yeah, I'm going to get these reps in. We saw it. We saw videos of him online, on Instagram, wherever, getting the reps in. We heard it from Booker. We heard it from Katie. Yeah, this kid's getting the reps in. We thought it was all talk. Nope, not all talk. You're seeing the results of the work that he put in this offseason, and it's good to see it. How many rookies do you see, Gabe, that come into the NBA entitled, don't want to put in the work like this? He has put in the work to gain the trust of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, and also produce alongside them. I couldn't be more pleased.
Now, you had mentioned you're not willing to go there with the Mikal Bridges comparisons, but I have to tell you, I basically am, with a small caveat. Defensively, I don't know that Ryan Dunn isn't just as good as Mikal was at this point in his career. Shooting-wise, he is light years ahead of where Mikal Bridges was at this point in his career. And let's be honest, he's light years ahead of where Mikal Bridges is right now because that jumper has regressed again to a crazy hitch. The two things I can't improve. We don't know if he'll be the Iron Man that never has to sit. And there was that time before he got traded, right before he got traded, where out of necessity, because we had so many guard injuries, Paul was out, Book was out. We had D. Lee running the point half the time. McHale stepped into Booker's role nearly flawlessly. He ran Booker's sets. He hit shots off the dribble. He hit shots moving from the mid-range. He did pretty much everything Booker does. And that's why the Nets were willing to give us Kevin Durant, because they saw the vision. I can't put Ryan Dunn there yet. But as far as 3 and D, I think I'm there.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm right there with you as far as 3 and D. You know, we talked about it in the live stream where, yeah, man, what we wanted from him, what we wanted from this rookie is exactly what we're getting, which is play good defense, play defense on the team's best offensive player, play him well, and hit some threes. And so far, as good as advertised. That's what he's done. I don't expect him to develop the later aspects that you mentioned. I don't expect him to develop that Booker role. I don't expect him to develop that offense this year. Now, if he does, that would be great, but I don't expect him to. But yes, that would be his next step. That would be the progression for him in, let's say, the next 1 to 2 years, is start to develop that part of your game. But for now, 3 and D, it's all we need.